Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's been a while since I've made any type of a video. I am going to be putting out a ton of content because I just got back from the 2022 National in Atlantic City, and I went there with my brother. We went for all 5 days. It was pretty intense, and we were VIPs, which is not special by any means. That means I paid $50 more or something for my ticket. We learned really quickly VIP means kind of you're one level above the people with like the day pass. But anyways, went to the National, took tons of video, took tons of photos, bought tons of stuff, had a great time. So I have a very large amount of files on my GoPro. I've already pulled the files off my phone, and I just need to sit down today and tomorrow, maybe this weekend, and kind of put some videos together. I don't want to put together one 12-hour video, so I'll try to actually like break them up into things. Like the first night, so let me tell you about how it went. So the before I get off track, let me tell you how it went. So originally I booked Southwest, and I had a direct flight from Denver to Philadelphia. Planned on getting on the train, or taking a cab to the train station, taking the train into Atlantic City, and then we were staying at the Claridge Hotel, which is like 100-year-old hotel, but it's connected to Bally's, and it was half a mile from the convention center, so we could walk to the convention center every day. That was the plan. My flights got switched. I ended up having to leave at 5 a.m., landing in Nashville, flying Nashville to Philadelphia, coming back. It was Philly to St. Louis to Denver, whatever. It ended up being fine. Really weird thing on my plane in Nashville, getting on the plane, I look to my left. There seems to be a guy that I recognize, Mike from Sports Card Nonsense. And I was like, oh, that's him, I think. Puts on his, he's got like a Z case, puts on his Patriots hat, and I'm like, oh, that's definitely him. Like, well, I'll say hi to him or something, tell him I like his podcast. If I run into him after we get off the plane. And get off the plane, head down to baggage, go to baggage. I'm standing there looking at the thing. He's standing there, and I say, oh, hey, just want to say, really like your podcast. Me and him get to talking. He asked me how I'm going to AC. I said, there's a train. I'm taking a train. He says, you want to Uber with me? So I just hopped in the thing, rode an Uber with Mike from Sports Card Nonsense. Super nice guy, super cool. It was really nice of him. I made sure to go back to their booth, which is, they have an app. It's called Card Shop Live. I made sure I swung by the Card Shop Live app booth when he was there, and just thanked him again for the ride, and it was really nice. And I'll say, really nice guy. That was kind of cool. That was a nice way to start out the thing. My brother came in that evening. We went to the VIP thing. It was a clusterfuck. I mean, it was everything at the National. I will tell you right now. First thing everybody told me about the National is everybody said the National's overwhelming. Don't get overwhelmed. It's just crazy. It is very overwhelming. For the first day or two, probably by Friday, you're kind of like accustomed to where everything is and what's going on. But even then, by Saturday, there's booths that like you haven't even seen. There's a whole area that coming right out of the VIP area was like in the 100. It goes all the way to 100 to like 3,000 or something level on rows, or 2,600 or something. But anyways, the hundreds, probably those ones in the first 100 or 100 or 200. I don't think I walked by those until Saturday, and then it was like it was like where app people were, podcasters, things like that. The whole first section walking in from the VIP was all like breakers, basically. The only plus I'll tell you about the breaker booths, a lot of really nice guys. There was Iron Lion from Colorado Springs. I'm in Denver area, so it was like nice to talk to them. Nice thing about all the breakers, tons of free stuff. You want a free shirt, free Mojo break shirt, you want a free Iron Lion shirt, you want this, sign up for our app, sign up for the drip thing, give us 5 stars, whatever, here's a free shirt. So that was nice. I was there all about getting free swag and just having a good time and buying cards and stuff like that. Just having a good time. So the VIP thing, though, the night before, so it's like a VIP reception with you can get autographs. There was Bernie Perrant, there was Ron Jaworski, and Ted Lazinski. They're going to sign for us. There's free food and free drink. We walk in there, and there is got to be 3,000 to 5,000 people in that room. And the line for the pizza and sodas and stuff was a mile long. And we were there 10 minutes after opening, 15 minutes after opening. The lines for all the signers were gigantic also. So I just said, screw it, I'm going to get in line. My brother, at one point, went to go get us like a water from the free thing. I mean, like, you know, national people, if you're going to give away sodas and water and pizza, I get like the food needs to be all in one area, but have a couple like setups or something with like just even water or something. If you're offering it for free to the VIP people, have a couple setups somewhere else in the room, or, you know, something. You know, it was ridiculous. And so wait in line forever. Ted Lazinski, he just writes down your name, or writes down his name. Next. Ron Jaworski's line is taking forever. So I was like, we'll get in Bernie Perrant. He's an older fellow. He's super nice. He's not crazy chatty, but he's talkative, but he's taking photos. People like start asking if they can have photos, and he's taking photos with every person. So that line's taken a long time. So then get in line for Ron Jaworski. Knew he was going to be long, because even if you're not, you know, a fan of football or anything like that, you know who he is if you've ever just basically seen TV. I mean, he's the guy that created the QBR rating. So Ron Jaworski, he is chatting with everybody. I mean, he's like, oh, you're a Calgary Flames fan. Hey, yeah, Calgary Flames, they did good in hockey this year, didn't they, buddy? You know, and I'm just trying to get like an autograph, you know, just trying to like be like cool and get an autograph and just move on, so I'm not like the guy taking up the line. Nah, he's talking to every person. Super nice guy, signed everything. I'll show you some of the cards and stuff I picked up. So next day, we decide we're going to go early, because VIP, you get early access. Well, that night, they actually opened the thing to a preview for the VIPs. And so we got to be in there for 4 hours, and pretty much every booth was open. Everybody's selling everything like that. So, you know, I got 4 hours of just 5 or so thousand people inside the convention. And mind you, on Friday and Saturday, there's probably 20,000 people in there. So it's very busy. So, you know, so it was like Thursday morning. It was like, why wake up early? And then I got on Instagram that like later on that day and saw people waiting in line, and saw the just herd of people, and was like, oh, I'm glad. So we hit it at like, it opens at like 9:30, I think, for VIPs, and 10 o'clock for regular people. It was like 10 to 6 each day, pretty much. We were like, let's just go at like 10:30, which is what we did. We went there 10:30, 11 o'clock at the latest. So we went there, did the thing, did the stuff. There's like a whole corporate area. There's the VIP area. So the one thing that VIP that really annoyed me, and it's kind of a ripoff. So you get this VIP bag, and you're going to get free swag in it. The swag, honestly, kind of sucked. I mean, like, I got like a little pack of cards and stuff, but some of it's just advertising, tons and tons of advertising. And then it was like even things like this coin that looks all fancy with a QR code, bring it to the whatever booth, the something booth, and you scan it there. Those, like it said, like they would scan it. You have to scan it on your phone. You scan it, you show them that you scanned it or something, and then you win a prize. You get to spin the wheel or something like that. So you want a free pack? Literally, the pack was like the jankiest, Crypto Zoo cards, like some wannabe, you know, Pokemon type thing. Here you go. Like, at least give me like Topps Baseball or something. It's a sports convention, you know, sports card convention. Like, the hell is this? You know, like, and some of the stuff was like, oh, you get a free, like this was in our thing. ProLine, it's the, you know, card gauge thing where you can put your card and see how thick it is. You go over to the ProLine booth, there's just a big pile of these for free. So it's like, you know, they just kind of threw some junk in the things. One of the big things, though, was that you get these autograph tickets, and you get 10. And so it was like, cool, we get 10, like, autographs. And it was, so we get the 3 guys, and then we're going to have these, like, I think it was 6. No, it was I think it was 12 actually, maybe. It was like you got like six selected guys, or no, maybe it was just four. I don't know. It's all a blur at this point. But you got selected guys, and then you got these ones called wild cards, and it was like, oh, you can use those for anybody. You can't use them for anybody at all. So on the giant board, which I'll have a photo of, and I'll show the thing, the TriStar and their autograph area and autograph line is the biggest clusterfuck I have ever seen in my entire life. It was ridiculous. Like, they didn't even know, their workers didn't even know. At one point in time, my brother and us asked, like, are these good for this guy? And the guy's like, yeah, you're good. Go ahead and go get in line. We get in line. We go all the way to the front, in front of the athlete. And the guy's like, do you have your tickets? We hand him, like, those wild card tickets. And the guy's like, what are these? And we're like, the guy said we're good. And he goes, you're not good. No, you got to get out of line. And we're like, okay. So we get out of line, and we asked the one guy, we were like, hey, we thought we were good. And he's like, no, you're not good with those. And he's like, who told you that? And we're like, that guy? And we point at him, and he's like, he's wrong. And it's like, can you guys get your, like, shit together? Like, that was Thursday. So the thing was the people were like Rico Petrocelli, it's a bunch of guys. I ended up getting a bunch of autos, and I'll show you some of them. Mostly cards, though, was kind of like the guys for the VIP thing I had brought cards for. And I got and I paid $100 for Jaromir Jagr. And then, even then, like, by then I knew what was going on. But the thing is, so you got like Rico Petrocelli. The problem is the orange ticket that they give you, those are for VIPs. So the thing is there's VIP, then there's, which is the orange tickets. There's super VIP, which had yellow tickets. Then there's TriStar All Access. There's TriStar First of the Line, TriStar something. Like, we were joking at one time because I swear it almost seemed like super triple platinum diamond velvet robe VIP all access can come in now. And then they sell tickets for every autograph signing they do. And some of those guys are like you want to pay $400 to have Floyd Money Mayweather sign something. Sounds great, but the funny thing is if you just went and bought like the $6 picture to then have him sign, you could have gotten a framed, badass looking Floyd Money Mayweather fully framed up thing at like a booth for $200. Like, why? So, unless you're bringing your custom made something, there was a lot of people with tons of stuff. There's definitely people that are like vendors and stuff in line. So what happens though too is the orange tickets, it's not one item per person, it's one item per ticket. So because these things, they'll buy them from the VIPs, or VIPs will just give them away. I ended up giving a bunch of mine away. So even I like loaded some guys up. But there was a dude for Rico Petrocelli that had 107 tickets and 107 items. He literally had one of those like wheeling old lady shopping cart things just full of baseballs that he was going to have them sign 107 baseballs. So if you think that's going to take a little while, guess what it does? Like, they should have separate lines for those people. They should have separate lines for everything, but they don't. So everybody's just piled up, and it's just screaming at you on this like intercom system that's just blasting your ears. I mean, this thing's like loud as shit. And they do, because you can buy the tickets. For instance, Jaromir Jagr, I bought mine on Wednesday night, and I was ticket number 34. And the funny thing is I ended up going in when they called tickets numbers 1 through 10. And this lady I was with, she's like, I'm in all access. Come with me. We'll just just get in the line. They don't even look at the number. And I'm like, all right. I got in. Nope. They just took the ticket. He signed my thing, talked with me for a second, out of the line. So, I mean, that's why it's a clusterfuck. Even I contributed to the clusterfuck right there. But by then, that was Saturday night. I'd already given away all my other ones. Like I said, I had planned on getting Rico Petrocelli and all these guys. And for instance, Mike Rozier, I waited in line for 2.5 hours just to get Mike Rozier's autograph. So, which was also kind of one of the funniest things. Mike Rozier, if you don't know, Heisman Trophy winner, he was like a big USFL get back in the day. Right after Herschel Walker, they got Mike Rozier the next year, and he played for the Pittsburgh Maulers, and then didn't really do much in the NFL. But super nice guy. The funniest thing is the guy in front of me has 2 footballs, and the guy, like, he signs one football, and the guy said, hey, could you put like Heisman Trophy on it for me? And he's like, yeah, no problem, bud. And he starts writing it, and the TriStar guy sitting next to him, he's like, no, he has to pay for an inscription. He has to pay for an inscription. And he just turns to the guy, and he's like, nah, he done. And he like signs it. And the guy's like, hey, you can't do that. And he's like, don't tell me what to do. He's like, I can do whatever the hell I want. I can write whatever the hell I want on balls. And he's like sitting there just jawing the guy out, which, I mean, I don't blame him. And he's like, unlike some of these guys, I showed up. For instance, Jamal Lewis had plane trouble. Yeah, his ass was like at the Borgata, like throwing craps or something, probably. Some of the guys, like, if it said the autograph signing, for instance, started at 2:30, at 3 o'clock they would announce they're doing the photos, which meant at 3:30 they're going to start the autographs, which means if you're just holding like that orange ticket, 5, 6 o'clock, maybe you're going to get your chance to get your autograph. So the wild card tickets were supposed to be, they get through all these autograph people, and then they'll call it wild card, and that's why it's a wild card, because you don't know who you're going to be able to get, but you can get an autograph. So you're holding this wild card, and they never called wild card tickets. We used a wild card ticket on one guy, and the funniest thing is we had bought the pictures to get him to sign, and then he ended up leaving. So we go back and we're like, that was the one that we went all the way to the front of the line, and then they said no. So we ended up going back and they said, well, we can trade you out for a photo. So we literally just who's next and just took a photo and went and stood in that line. And luckily they did wild cards on that guy. And so I got some dude I could care less about to sign something just because I'd already paid $6 for a photo, you know. But again, I wasted like 2 hours getting, you know, Stephen Baker's autograph or something. Why, you know? But again, it was just such like the whole. So by Friday, when I did the ones on Friday, by Friday, that was Mike Rozier. He was like at 11, I think it was. I mean, he didn't even start signing till noon, and it was like 2:30 by the time I had gotten my autograph. I said, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing that. Screw it. I'm done, and just gave away the rest of them. Like, there was the lines even for, like, Rico Petrocelli and stuff right then. I just said, here, you guys waiting for Rico? You waiting for this guy? You waiting for that guy? Here, have them. I ended up just throwing away the wild cards because it was like, by that point in time, it had been Thursday and Friday. They literally did, like, wild cards for, like, 2 people, and you would have had to wait around for, like, 5 hours in these gigantic lines, hoping that you can use your wild card. So it was just pointless. Like, they should just let you have like one person. Like, if you wanted Mayweather and you're a VIP, you get Mayweather, or you want Yager, you get Yager. So they should let you just choose one, and that's it, instead of giving you all these goofy ones. Or if they're gonna have VIP tickets and only VIP ones for VIPs and super VIPs and all access and the super diamond platinum triple member or whatever crap, just do it for that. Don't let people buy tickets then. Let all those people get their things. It was so unorganized. They line them up. They put these signs on the thing, which are completely confusing. At one point, I took photos of it. The guy hands them to this old lady and is here. You want to put these down on the line? So now this old lady is like the person in charge. So she's like taping these down. There's all these people that have already lined up, and she's like, they're like, hey, we already made a line here. And she's like, well, the line's here now. And they're like, what the hell? And so they ended up just saying, screw this, and cut like in front when they grabbed that line, because I don't blame them. They'd been waiting there next to me for like 2 hours. This old lady like happens to stand over there for 5 minutes. She gets the thing and she just puts it down. Oh, I guess I'm in the front of the line now. You know? And it was just like, what the fuck? So that was that. So the autographs were just pointless. Giveaways, tons of giveaways, tons of, you know, prizes, raffles, things like that. The biggest one there definitely was the Zero Cool booth. It had these big screens. It had the Stranger Things giveaway. My friend had asked, can you do the Stranger Things giveaway? I want the cards. I got him the cards right here. I even happened to win the Redemption, which I've already emailed the code to, and they'll apparently give me more info when the box is released, and I won a free box, which made it worthwhile. It was a 2-hour wait in that line for the thing. We happened to luck out. Actually, we didn't even luck out. My brother luckily was paying attention. There was a whole pile of people in the thing, and the thing lined up around the thing, and there was a kid standing there, and the lady's like, I don't know what all those people are. The line's going to start right here, so go ahead. And my brother's like, come on. And we happened to hop in. We were like number 6 in line. So that's the only reason, because of course the people that were all piled up, some of them got in the thing, and I think they let like 200 people in each time. There was people that like were pissed because they'd been waiting in there for an hour, and they ended up, just forming in the back of the line and ended up not getting their thing, which was kind of crappy on Zero Cool too. Like, have some free packs to give them. I don't know why they were limiting the packs. Of course, though, these cards might be on sale right now for like $1,000, because where's one of the goofy things I got in my VIP here? I'll show one. This. It's a pack of cards from Heritage Auctions that shows what they're auctioning. These are on sale. Some of these cards are on sale right now on eBay. I doubt anybody's going to buy them, but they have them at like $19.99 each card or something, like $20 a card. There might be that weirdo that bought it. But even then, it was like, so maybe these Stranger Thing cards are going to be $1,000 on sale right now. But that definitely, I'll say, Zero Cool, you have a hit on your hands on that one. There was Dune and there was Clerks. You basically just showed up at a time, and there would just be a person hand you a free big bag. The bags were really nice, and they'd just hand you a pack. Greatest thing was they had this vending machine that just had supplies. And at first you had to like put the Zero Cool thing on Facebook or something and show it to the guy, and then you could push, the button and the thing would come out and give it to you free. By Friday, there wasn't even a guy monitoring the machine. So every time I was buying like cheap cards, I just would walk over there, hit the button, get a new free holder, and then do another one, get some free sleeves, do another thing, and get some free top loaders, and then just walk away. And I probably did that like 10 times a day. I mean, it was just one of those things, like, why not? Why not take all the free swag you can? I'm cheap like that. And so, that was kind of funny. But yeah, everything was just a clusterfuck there, and it is overwhelming for sure. It is just crazy. Let me give my little review on Atlantic City here. So where we were at the Bally's Claridge, there's about a block walk of nothing, and then you kind of hit this area that's like around the convention center was a outlet mall. So it's like American Eagle and Gap and all that, the standard outlet mall stuff, right? And then the convention center, and there's like the Sheraton attached to the convention center. That was all nice. If you walked 2 blocks past there, oh boy, it was sketch city. Like, you could not believe. The first day I arrived, like I said, I got there early, got there before my brother did. I said, you know what, I'm just going to go for like a little walk. Just go check out some things. I made it 2 blocks. In 2 blocks, within the first block, there's just like abandoned building, shuttered building, abandoned thing. There's like something that's going to buy your gold. Basically, like, you rob a guy for some gold, come here and sell it to us kind of place. And then like abandoned building. There was like a dude with like open sores that had just like pooped on the side of the building that's asking me for money. There was another dude. There was a whole group of dudes in a parking lot that just started yelling at me, yo. And then like one dude with like a shirt on his head, and then there's just like dudes twitching like in open, like, just tweakers and stuff. And it was just like within 2 blocks, I was like, nope, and noped out and walked right back to the hotel. Basically, the only part of Atlantic City that is even remotely safe or nice, the boardwalk, which was a trip. I mean, there's some crazy weird stuff. I mean, hey, if you're looking for cocaine or weed or something, within about 3 minutes of the boardwalk, you're being offered. The beach was nice. I'll say that. The beach was really nice. Boardwalk, like I said, other than some weird sketch stuff going on, at least there's cops and stuff. So there's not like just junkies just, in full convulsion on the ground, urinating on themselves and stuff, like there was if you literally walked 1 block off the boardwalk. So, Atlantic City, yay. I will never go there for a vacation. So anyways, let me flip the camera around. I'll show you some of the stuff I picked up. All right, camera's turned around. Here is some of the items I got. So these are the autos from the autograph night. So like I said, I got Bernie Perrant. And my brother nicely stood in line with me to get the other card signed. And then, here's that Heritage auction pack. Like I said, it's like, I mean, people are selling these, it's not like these are, it's just advertisement for Heritage auctions. Here was Ron Jaworski. I made sure I brought his rookie card. So I got Ron Jaworski signed. Here was Greg Luzinski. I said Ted Luzinski. Greg Luzinski. And then my brother went on Thursday morning to the, what was it? It was Women in the Hobby. This was like a limited edition, and it was this MMA chick was signing cards, and they even made their own cards. I also got some other ones. I'll have to find them. They're in a box. Topps did a lot of autograph signings, and the nice thing is Topps did it to where you couldn't like bring your junk over. They had their own cards for them to sign. So there was like WNBA ladies. There was like Daryl Strawberry. That line was crazy, so we didn't even do that. But like we were in line for the Stranger Things. Let me show you the Stranger Things cards. So we were in line for the Stranger Things, and that's when the WNBA. So one of us would get out of line, go over there and get things signed, and the other one did too. So here's what the cards look like. So, I got him, and I got that guy. And then, like I said, I got the redemption, and I do have it covered up. But like I said, I've already redeemed it anyway, so does no good. But yeah, so these are going to my friend. He was the one that asked me. My whole thing is if you sell these, you just got to kick me the cash because, if those are, I don't need him telling me like, hey, I got $1,000. But here's a good example. So the only thing that sucked was you got 2 cards per pack in these. The other ones, you just got 1 card and it was the same card. So here was like the Jay and Silent Bob from Clerks 3 card. And then the Dune one was really cool. But it's in my boxes. I haven't even unpacked everything. So here's some of the cards I picked up. Like, for instance, I got a Joe Burrow rookie. I paid like $10 for this. I mean, some guys had hella deals. Here's kind of one of my big pickups. Austin Matthews, if you're a hockey guy, I am a hockey guy. I was extremely excited about the National because there's so many booths at hockey. It was awesome. I got the Young Guns canvas. If you know who Austin Matthews is, he's the league leader in points like the last 2 years in a row. I got a BGS 10 pristine card. The only low grade, which, come on, couldn't give this guy a 10. Had to give him a 9.5, but whatever. I don't care. This was not cheap to buy. I got this at trade night. We did not do the official trade night because we had already there was people already lined up and there was already 1,000 people. They said there was thousands of people in there. So, I wasn't going to go to trade night with my 5 cards I brought with me or something. I brought like a dozen cards and I just sold them to vendors just to give myself $50, $100 in my pocket here and there, kind of thing. So the trade night was in between the Bally's and the Claridge in the thing, and I have video and stuff of it. So it's pretty cool. I picked up a Joe Burrow Black. It was an 8. I literally paid $10 for this. Here was, some guys had like just super cheap ones. I got an Aaron Judge rookie in a PSA 10. This was one that was in like a $10 box. Reese Hoskins with cap. We did these like grab bag things. We did a lot of them. One of the better cards I got in one of the grab bag things was Wander Franco. Now, I should have done my Panini Silver packs, but here's my big dog. Let me show you. This is the big dog I bought, and I'll tell you my thinking on buying this is if you look up the values, I didn't pay a lot for this. If you look up the values on like a SGC 3 or a 2, you're talking about like $4,000 or $5,000 on some of those. This got an A for authentic. Look at this card. It looks amazing. Like, this card looks awesome. Like, I don't see a lot of things, so I think this thing's gonna grade like a 3. I don't see any like creases or anything bad with this. I saw ones that were in booths that were like for $4,000 that were like a 2.5 that had completely like rounded, like you had let a hamster chew on them and then it was like bent in half and it was like a 2.5 for like $4,000. I paid, what was it, $1,500 for that, and I paid $800 for the Austin Matthews in trade night. So can't beat that. Here's some of the ones though that like I just picked up out of like cheap bins. An Ohtani rookie. I mean, again, $5, quarter paid for. Now this is like the reprint. Don't go thinking that I somehow got the super crazy one, but like these were like in dollar bins and stuff and quarter bins and stuff. Here's an example of one of the things that you got for free. This. The cool, an insurance agency card, reprint of a Mickey Mantle. Like, here's some of the freebie ones that they gave you, was like these. And the only cool thing about them is they do say like the National. Pick this up from Puck Junk Hockey Guy. He's got a podcast if you're out there. So some of the companies also have like special packs, which I'm sure you've already seen on tons of things. Wildcard did. So it was like, I was all about buying a Wildcard special pack. I got a Kyle Trask, the Bang Pow, cool looking one in that. Those weren't bad. Here's some of the other ones that came out of the Wildcard. It was like this and this. Pretty cool looking cards. And it, like I said, those were like, they had $100 ones, they had $50 ones, and like $20 ones. So I bought like a 20 and a 50. I did buy a thing of Star Wars. So I got a Princess Leia auto. It's not Princess Leia though. It's the lady that does the voice for the animated one. Panini did have a free pack in there of these guys. These were the 2022 National VIP packs. So everybody got the same cards, but you got Kyle Pickett, you got Malik Willis, Matt Corral, Chris Olave. Those were like some of the ones that were in there. It was like 10 or 12 rookies. I don't know. I might throw those on eBay. Here's some of the ones that came in. So I bought a silver pack, and what I was saying is I've seen online where there's breakers that like, oh, hey, I got 10 silver packs, or I got 10 of the Panini gold packs, or blah, blah, blah. And they're pulling like one of one, Mac Jones, crazy fire. Like there was one guy, the Pac-Man dude, he opened 10 packs. In his 10 packs, there was like, I don't know, 4 cards per pack. So he had 40 cards. He ended up with like 18 autos and stuff. I didn't get one auto. I got 2 numbered cards. That was it in my 4 packs that I had bought. So out of 16, I got nothing. This was like an example of what I got. I got like, it's just like a, you know, the National 2022 Tom Brady base card. Tom Brady base card. Like I said, women in sport, they had their own whole thing. They were giving away like women's soccer cards. So these were like packs, and you could just go over there and get them. They were kind of cool. There's another example of one that I got for like a quarter. And then, like I said, I'm a hockey guy, so, you know, like anytime I could find my Calgary Flames guys, I picked them up. You know, the Upper Deck had like freebies, you know, so they had the Alexis Lafreniere player of the game things. Here was one that like Steel City had. These were from 2016, so they've been holding on to these for a little while from the NSCC and that. So, like I said, you know, those were just some of the cards I got and stuff like that. But like I said, I've seen on videos now where people are just opening these things. One thing too is I got to say, you know, Topps. So Topps had this thing, this promo that if you bought a box of Topps product, you could take it over to the Topps booth. They would cut the thing, and then they would give you the Topps Bowman pack. And you've seen those. There's tons of them. They say the National on them. They were really cool. I buy Star Wars Topps product, go over there. No, they don't do it for Topps. They don't do it for Star Wars. My brother, the next day, buys 2 soccer boxes, which are on the list. So there's an official list. You got to buy these boxes. So he just buys like 2 of the cheapest soccer product he can buy because he wants to get 2 of the packs. He goes over there, and they're like, we're out of packs. It's like 1 o'clock, and they're like, we're out of packs. Yet they bring your boxes back tomorrow in the morning, though, and we can redeem those for packs. It's like, oh yeah, let me carry these boxes around all day. Let me bring them back tomorrow, wait in line, come back, and then hope that you have them. Except for you go online, and there's a breaker that has like 100 of them, you know? And so, you know, Topps, Panini, all those guys, they all did the same thing where they gave them to every breaker, every corporate vendor, everything like that. I knew somebody that went to the corporate party, and they got like free packs, and some of those cards in those things were like $1,000 cards that they were just handing out for free at the Panini party. But yet, you know, one thing I got to say about Panini too was I had, and I've said this in tons of videos, is I had 30 something redemptions that hadn't been redeemed for 8 years. Magically, so if you go to the Panini booth and you say, look, I have 30 like redemptions, they'll give you like silver packs and stuff and clear out your redemptions. which are hopefully you're not getting base cards. Hopefully you're getting like cool ones, right? A 1/1 Mac Jones or something like that. Magically, about a month before the National, all my things got redeemed for points. All of them did. And I got a whopping 150 points, which, if you know anything about that, gives you nothing on Panini's website. I can get some, I don't know, punter's autograph card that's worth, I don't know, a quarter. And they're going to charge you $8 for shipping. Cool. Thanks, Panini. So, that the free packs and everything was just such a joke. Like, I even just like went over there and just kind of complained, like, can I get some of those? There's literally ladies sitting at these tables with just boxes of silver packs from Panini. Nope. You got to have a thing and a redemption stuff. And I got 2 redemptions on it, and one of them's like $1,000 card. Yeah, I'm going to redeem that thing for a silver pack and then pull a Tom Brady base card out of it. And this guy Pac-Man, I saw him on the thing. He's in the golden booth even opening his packs like live on camera. I saw this just the other day on YouTube. He's sitting there and he's like, "Oh yeah, I've heard people complain that that they gave us the better packs than like regular people or something." He's like, I asked them and they said like, some boxes are just loaded and some aren't. And so I just happened to get a box that was loaded. Yeah, they have the ones, oh, this guy's opening them on camera. Let's give them these packs. And the rest of you schlubs that are waiting in line, you get these packs that we know aren't loaded. It's just to get you to go over there. But all of them, Upper Deck had a thing. You go buy Upper Deck hockey or something, you'll get a Upper Deck pack, something like that. I work at a card shop. There's no need for me to be buying unopened boxes. The only thing I bought was other than Star Wars to try to get the pack, was a F1 box. And I bought that from a guy at Trade Night. And it's just because I wanted to open F1. And I got some pretty dope F1 cards out of it. I mean, like, I got a gold rookie, I got like, some pretty cool F1 cards out of that box. So I was very happy I bought that from the guy. But yeah, I'll definitely say at the National, I mean, I'll be going back. I've never had more fun at a show. I've never had more of an entertaining time. I mean, I have literally just boxes over here of stuff that I haven't opened. My bag was 19 pounds heavier, if that tells you like the amount of stuff. But I was all about the $quarter, $5 bins, things like that. Some vendors, you'll see videos and photos, are pretty hilarious on how they set up. Some of the vendors are definitely like basement trolls that are just don't want to talk to people, and they're not nice, and they were mean. They don't want to do, they'll just tell you flat out, we don't look at comps, or like you almost had to wave at them to get them to, like, you could just walk away from their booth with their shit. You'd have to be like, hey, can I buy this from you, kind of thing. Some of them were just ridiculous. Some of them were super cool, but there was one like bot thing, and there'll definitely be a photo of it and a thing. It was funny. It's almost like if you hard cased 5,000 cards and you put them in some tubs, and then you stood on top of your table and you just dumped the tubs. It was just a mountain of cards, and then he just wrote on a sheet of paper $1 each and threw it on top of the pile. That was the guy's organization at his thing. There was one booth that was hilarious. Everything was $3. Apparently there was just treasures in there, and there was like 20 to 30 people at this thing just piled in it at all times. But it was just 5-row boxes stacked head high, just completely unorganized. I mean, you need to just dig through it, and there was just the guy sitting there collecting cash. And a guy I know that like Vens, he had a thing there. I guess he even said, he goes, "Oh man, there's some fire in there. I spent 4 hours digging through that yesterday." I wasn't about to do that. I wasn't about to like sit there and just spend my whole time. I kind of wanted to go through the things where they said, where people had the stuff somewhat organized. Hey, we have hockey stuff here. Hey, these are the $1 hockey boxes. A lot of things, of course, with that many people, things are going to get jumbled and stuff. So there was times where you thought you were getting stuff out of the $1 box, and they were, oh, these are supposed to be in the $5 box. A lot of guys did what I did at shows, which was nice too. I like it. You'd count up your cards. Right, I got $247, and you'd hand it to him and say, "Hey, I counted 247." The guy go, "Oh, 220 sound good?" And you go, "Yep, here you go, 220." Some of the guys did like sit there and count every one and then be like, $247, please. Whatever. But like I said, I liked the guys that you handed the pile and you said, I picked out $200, and they said, give me $175. The thanks for digging, thanks for looking, kind of thing, or something like that. There was one guy though that like had a deal. It was like, for the price of, you got 25 cards for $20 and you got 40 cards for $30 or something. And I had like 30 cards. And he's like, well, that's, 25, that's $35 or something, or something like that. And he's like, if you pick out 10 more cards, though, you save $5. And it's just like, can't you just give me like a $5 discount right now or something? And he's like, no. And so I just literally just grabbed 10 cards. Fine, these 10, there you go. Like, what's the point? Like, I get it. He's probably just getting rid of stock, but it was like, oh, you just want me? I'll just grab 10 random cards then. I mean, some vendors were hilarious, like, on their stuff. The only thing that I would say that sucked, though, is like going in Wednesday and Thursday, there was things where it was like grab bags and things like that. Hey, you don't know what cards you're going to get in there. And some of them had like, I don't know, here's like a card I got out of one. It was a Gerald Ford relic card. President Gerald Ford. I mean, he did play football. Like, that was in one of the grab bags. But again, the grab bag was like $20. The only thing that sucked, though, is like you'd go by Friday, some of those like grab bags that you had bought, you're like, yeah, I'm going to go get more. And you go back and you're like, they're $10. And you're like, I shouldn't have bought the two for $20. I should have just waited till today. But there was this guy that they did backpacks and you got 2 cards or 3 cards in it. And they were like $200 a backpack. Or you could get 3 backpacks for $500. Literally by Friday, it was $150, or you could get 3 backpacks for $300 or something. And it was like, man, I would have been pissed if literally the day before I paid $500 for 3, and I come back and I'm saving $200 if I had just waited one more day. Like one more day. I would have been pissed about that. But yeah, overall, I'm going to have a ton of content coming out. I'm going to actually make my little video and complain to YouTube and see if I can get my monetization to where I'll get my, I don't know, $100 every 2 years from them. Because again, they still play ads even though I don't get them monetized, because that's YouTube for you. But anyways, I just wanted to make this video nice and easy, quick. And, well, not quick, I'm at 42 minutes, but I wanted to say, I went to the National, had a great time, shot a ton of video, so I'm going to have I'll probably have at least 10 videos from the National, and I'll start editing those and putting those together today. When I get my Stranger Things box, I already told my friends we will do a box opening, all of us will. I'll bring my GoPro and I'll shoot video of us all opening it like dorks, nerding out over Stranger Things, but yeah. I'll say Zero Cool, they have a hit on Stranger Things, because there was non-card people there lined up for 3 hours, like little girls, little kids, excited. I kind of felt bad that me and my brother got to the front of the line and there was like little kids crying that they didn't get their packs, but hey, that's the world of the way it goes. Another thing I'll say, though, is if you bring your kids to the National, man, they hook them up. Kids got tons of free stuff. They had pack wars all the time at things and stuff. Kids get to do it for free. They get to keep the packs. They get this stuff for free. They get this stuff for free. So if you are, I don't know, you got a 12-year-old, kids 12 and under were free too. So if you got like a 12-year-old, haul them there one of the days, especially if you're like a local in Chicago next year. Bring your 12-year-old one day just to get all the free stuff that the 12-year-old's going to care about. Go buy him some Pokemon packs afterwards and just keep all this free swag. Be like, yeah, he wants a 3X shirt. But anyways, that was the National. It was super fun. Atlantic City's a dump. Some of the vendors kind of suck, and some of the big companies could suck my ass. But, other than that, it was a great time. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, everything. Keep an eye out for my new videos that'll be coming out.